Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be my monthly purchases and empties. So I'm going to go over everything that I finished in the month of February as well as everything that I purchased. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet. I would love it if you stuck around, but with all that, let's just get into it. All right, so usually when I do these videos, I go back and forth. I'll talk about my purchases first and then my empties, and then the next video, my empties first and then my purchases. I think I found a better system and I like it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about my purchases first that maybe I didn't purchase in February, but they came to me. They were actually delivered to me in February. And then I'll talk about my empties, and then I will talk about the things that I actually purchased in February that came to me in February. Because I'm going to be honest, I do a lot of my shopping online. I live in a very rural area, and not everything gets to me in the month that I purchase it. And I was really struggling on how to place it in these videos. Like, do I just pop up photos and talk about them, or do I wait until the next video? So I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to talk about all the purchases that I made that arrived to me in February, but I did not actually purchase in February. Let's first start with the Lethal Dexter Collab. So I did pick this up the day that it launched. I was a little bit worried that they were going to sell out, but the polishes were pre-order and I bought all the polishes. They originally released, I think 5, but then they said that the 5th one wasn't up to standard, something like that. So I ended up only getting 4. I do plan on maybe doing a short with this. Maybe it's already up by now, I'm not sure, but swatching all of these polishes, I'm really excited. One is a magnetic. I think it's this one, if I'm not mistaken, the red. And fun fact about me, I actually used to have like a really big hyperfixation on polish. Those drawers that you see back there, they were actually purchased originally for polish. And I used to have, like, no exaggeration, like probably 5,000 bottles of nail polish. And I recently, well, in the past couple of years, I've really been downsizing that. I still have more than I need, probably maybe like 500 bottles of polish, but I've been very, very good. I have not been purchasing polish as much. This is my first polish purchase in probably like 2 or 3 years. Anyways, this one's the magnetic, so you use like a little magnet and it'll pull some pigments together to like get a little stripe out. This one is in the code. I did really love the franchise Dexter. That definitely played a part in me purchasing this. I didn't get the whole collection. I really tried to get what spoke to me. This one is Modus Operandi. Here's what this one looks like. It's kind of like a purple holograph. And then the one that was really cool, I think, was this one. The Ritual is Intoxicating. Oh, this one's like a blue shifty. I'm actually not super into blues. I think, what was the one? It was like lizard skin or something that they had, and it was a glow-in-the-dark polish. Glow-in-the-dark polishes can be a little bit tricky because they can lose that glow-in-the-dark quality over time, and I'm assuming that's what went wrong. And then this one's in Mangrove Drive, a really pretty pink. I wish that they had come out with it, but it's okay. Like, I understand the reasoning. So I bought the 4 polishes, and then I bought the palette. Here's what it looks like. Now, I will say, I don't think this color story, I know this color story isn't really like up my alley for sure. It's dark, it's grungy, it's red. I'm a little bit intimidated by these reds, but I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna give it a shot. This definitely was like more of a collector thing for me. It is one of my favorite shows. I would say like my top 3 shows are Psych, Golden Girls, and Dexter. They're kind of like my comfort shows. I remember I broke up with Storytime I broke up with this guy that I had been dating for 5 years. And at the time, that was like my longest relationship. So it was a pretty rough breakup. And I remember breaking up and I watched the entire Dexter series, like front to back, like just in bed in a span of a very short period of time. And I don't know. So Dexter kind of reminds me of that period in my life. So I did pick this up. Did I need to? No, but I am happy that I did. And I'm really trying to be selective with like the eyepiece that I purchase. It finally came to me. It took forever. I feel like I'm the very last person to get this collection since the polishes were a pre-order. And then I think their pre-order, they even extended it. It was supposed to ship like the beginning of February, and I didn't get it until like yesterday or the day before. Now, other things that I purchased earlier and I just got in the month of February, I did make a Ulta Beauty order. So I purchased this Flower Beauty Garden Lights. This is one of the Flower Beauty newer 6 pans. I haven't opened it yet. It's still sealed. I will do a no pan left behind on this, but I don't own all of these. And I think this was like on sale. I think it was $10 instead of $20. So I picked it up. Here's what it looks like. I had Jungle Lights. I decluttered it. I still have Desert Lights. And this one looked pretty. I'm not going to get the Coastal one, the other one that came out at the same time as this one. But I don't know. These were really pretty. I like the formula. And I felt like placing an order. The rest of these I think I placed in the same Ulta order. And then my parents brought it to me when they came to visit. So I purchased this L'Oreal Lumi Lip Glow Tint in shade 120. And I'm pretty proud of myself because I already have videos trying most of these. I did not just stick them in my drawer of shame, which is something new and like improved for me, something I'm trying to improve in 2025. So these all have been tried with the exception of this and the Lethal because I did get it yesterday. So I've tried this foundation out. It's okay. It's okay. You'll have to watch that video. I'll link it up above to see my thoughts. Same video, I picked up this little Urban Decay single. This is in Diamond Dog. I talked about it in that video, but they released this shade a while ago, but only on the Urban Decay website. And I just didn't feel like making a purchase solely on the website. So when I saw it was released on Ulta, I really jumped to pick it up. This was actually the reason why I placed my Ulta order. Here's what this shade looks like. It's very taupey. It's a much, much deeper base to Space Cowboy, which I do have still on my desk from that video. I did not put it away yet, so I'll just do a quick swatch comparison for you. This video is going to be way too long. So here's what it looks like. You can see just how light and bright this is. This is definitely like, I think in that video I said this was the older sophisticated sister. I stand by that. It's really pretty. I'm happy to have it. I also picked up this powder. This I bought on Amazon. Actually, it's the Laneige Neo Essential Blurring Finish Powder. I don't know why I wanted this, but I just did. It's kind of like this cushion powder compact. It was okay. It was nice and blurring when I tried it. I've only tried it the one time. I still need to kind of get my thoughts on it. So we'll see what happens with that, but I did pick it up. I do have it. It's been a minute since I purchased a powder product, so I'm not too upset about it. And then the last 2 things that I purchased that came to me in February. Actually, I didn't purchase this. This was like a free gift with purchase from my Ulta order. This is just the Stila Huge Mascara. I actually have my full size opened right now. It's one of my favorite mascaras. I did get some other gift with purchases, but I let my sister keep them. I did keep this mascara. I think I got like a Lancome Tinty Dole. I let her keep that mascara. I didn't need it, but since this is one of my top mascaras, I did keep this gift. And then the last thing I got is actually a skincare item. I really wanted to try this. I've been seeing it talked about everywhere. This is the Differin Gel Adapalene Gel 0.1%. It's kind of like supposed to be, I think, a retinol treatment, and it's supposed to be really great. I've been using it already. I actually got 2 little tubes of these because they were buy one, get one 40% off. And I may be like a third through my first tube, but I at least wanted to talk about it because I don't purchase skincare that often. I'm still really trying to get through like my stash of skincare, and then I'll allow myself to start purchasing other things. I actually have a ton of skincare empties to talk about, so I'm really excited about it. But I still purchased this because I wanted to, and no regrets. It's okay so far. I don't know if I see like a super big change in my skin, but also I'm hoping it's more of like a preventative measure rather than something like to fix problems that I have. So that's my goal with that. We'll see how it goes once I finish both tubes. I think it's going to take a while to really notice a difference, but so far I'm liking it. I use it like 3 or 4 times a week, just put like a thin layer on and then moisturize, and that's about it. So that's everything that I purchased in January, I guess. That just came to me in February because we're only 2 months into the year here. Well, 3 now. Ugh. So now let's talk about my empties. I actually have a good amount of empties this month. Last month was not that great in terms of empties, so I think this month was a little bit better since I was really low on things and kind of just got a lot of things out. So let me just sort these by category and we'll get started. So first category that I want to talk about is fragrance. I just have 2 little travel sizes here. I have the Molten Brown. This is the Jasmine and Sunrose. This was in my project pan. As you can see, I finished it in February. So this is finally done. I mean, there's a tiny bit left in there, but it's not really gonna squirt out. Oh, there it goes. Okay, it's empty now. So that's this one. The other one that I have is the Ralph Lauren Romance. I finished this early in the month, and then I kind of have been using this one. I brought it with me to my trip to Arizona in January, and have kind of just been working on this one on and off. Finally just decided to buckle down and finish it. So this one's out of my collection as well. I'm very happy about that. Then we'll go on to nail care. I finally finished another bottle of nail polish remover. It takes me actually a while to finish one of these. It's 300 milliliters. I used to paint my nails a lot, especially like during COVID. I think I was painting my nails every other day. Now I just paint them when I need to, but it's really relaxing for me. I really like it. I still find a lot of joy with nail polish. I just was getting to the point where it was becoming an unmanageable, almost fixation for me. So I had to like pump the brakes, and I worked really, really hard to like stop that. I'm not going to get into it too much, but this I finished, so really happy about that. Just another bottle. This I don't really have backups of. It's not something that I do keep backups of. I'm at the point now where I finish a bottle, I buy a bottle, which is where I want to be for most of these products. The other nail care items I have are just cuticle oils. This, I don't remember the brand name, but it was in the scent Starfruit. It smelled really great. It's just a roller style application. Use this up. And then this is one of my favorite brands. This is the Anchor and Heart. They're little cuticle pens, and this was in the scent Magnolia. I love the cuticle pens. I find them to be really easy to use. However, if you're consistently using nail oil pens like this, you'll use it up in like a week and a half. So they're not the most practical. They're not the most bang for your buck. And then it's like a lot of trash. But I have so many of these. This is a problem category for me, and I'm trying to get through all of my nail cuticle stuff and have the same mentality of just maybe having one and a backup, and then once I use one, buy another backup. But that's nail care. Then let's go to body care, because I actually have a decent amount of some lotions that I just finished up. I have this huge bottle. This is the Nivea Sun Aftercare. I purchased this in Spain, actually, when I was volunteering at the dog rescue. I think it was like August, September I purchased this. It was just so much hotter than I anticipated, and my skin was so dry. So I picked up like a random body lotion. I finally used it up because I don't want to have like half empty lotion bottles around. I really want to stick to one, use it, buy another one. So I finished this. It's okay because it's like this after sun line. It's very runny and thin. I didn't really love that. I will say in the summertime, it was nice because it was cooling, but I still think that I would rather just have like a traditional lotion. Yeah, I think so. It was okay, but yeah, you can see that it's like in Spanish here. I went to the store and I picked one up. I also finished this up, and I don't know much about this. I also got this from the rescue, and I think it's like a European brand. It's a hydrating cream. It's called Bepanthol. They use this sometimes on the dogs, but it's made for people. So that's why I used one. Like, the owner just let me use this because I needed something hydrating. It's just a hydrating cream for very, very dry skin. It was also kind of watery, gel-like. And what was weird is after I had used this up, I came back to France after the rescue and I saw a commercial for it. So I thought that was really interesting. No idea, nothing about this. Don't think you could buy this in the US, but I finished it up and I'm happy about that. And then I have two kind of travel lotions. So one is the Crepe Anti-Aging Hand Repair Treatment. Looks like this. Pretty sure I got this as a free sample or something. I would never like pay money for a travel lotion. So yep, went through this. And then this is the Dionis Goat Milk Skincare. This is like a goat milk hand cream. This my sister-in-law actually gave to me when I was in Arizona in January because she is vegan. And I think like her grandma gave her this for Christmas, so she wasn't going to use it since this is not vegan. And I used it up so I could just kind of get it out. And that's really it. I have no thoughts about this. I know that you can get this free gift with purchase because I've gotten this a few times. So it seems like it was just kind of like a re-gifted item over and over again, but it's whatever. It's out of my collection now. And I'm actually, with my lotions, I am almost down to that category not being a problem category for me. I'm really excited. I have two lotions. Both are opened right now. And then I have no more lotion anywhere, like none. So I can buy a new lotion, and that's really exciting. The one that I have is like a really big tub of the First Aid Beauty like ultra repair cream, and my husband's been using that actually because it really helps with his hands. In the wintertime here, we don't have like central heating, and we actually use a fireplace. It does really bad things to your hands. Like, your knuckles get so cracked because of it. So that's been really helping just our hands from like sticking our hands into the fire, putting wood in there. And then the second one that I have, I got with like a fragrance set. It's one of my Tiffany fragrance lotions that came in one of those holiday scents. So like I said, I don't normally like to have two open at once, but I really want to get through that Tiffany one and get that out. And I don't want to rush through the First Aid Beauty one and just use it up every day to like use it up. I'd rather get the Tiffany out first. So that's what I decided to do. But then I am officially out of lotion and can buy a new lotion. And I don't know why, but that really excites me. I have two just small makeup empties to quickly get out of the way. One is the ABH Brow Wiz. This is kind of like my tried and true. Once I get through all my backups, I might try the NYX one, but for now, like, I'm getting through my backups. I use the shade Medium Brown. My spoolie always breaks, so that was really awesome, but it is what it is. Finally used up all of this, and this is out of my collection. And then the other thing I finished is just a mini sample of the MAC Fix Plus. This was in my deck of panning. I'll link that video up above if you want to see it. And I finished this. So those are my makeup items. Then I just have body care and hair care, or skincare, sorry, skincare. Let's do skincare, then hair care, I think. Yeah, skincare. This is the Vichy Lift Active Supreme. Went through this. This is a full size. This was a really nice moisturizer. Actually really like it. I really love Vichy moisturizers in general, any of them, whichever one that you prefer. I do like this Lift Active line a lot though. So once I get through most of my moisturizers, I actually think this might be the brand that I stick with. I have some cleansers. The CeraVe Hydrating Cream to Foam Cleanser. I am almost out of my cleansers too. I'm getting to the point where maybe I need to think about which one I actually want to stick with and use once I get through all my cleansers. I do like this one. I like this, that this is a hydrating cream to foam. I don't like gel cleansers. I've said that multiple times. So this might be one that I would consider. It's just a simple basic cleanser, and that's what I want, quite honestly. Like, I'm kind of over just like spending needless amounts of money on like high-end skincare, I will do that with like a serum or something with like a very active ingredient before a cleanser. Like sometimes simple is just better, in my opinion. I'm just noticing, like if I don't need to spend a lot of money to get the same results, then I don't want to. The other cleanser that I have, this is the Mylee Soothing Cleanser, Calm and Nourish. This was like a little travel sample size. I really did not like this. I did not like the smell. It was a gel cleanser. Just smelled really herbally. So not my favorite, would not repurchase. I have this, which I don't know what this is. This is the Jordan Samuel Skin, the After Show Treatment Cleanser. This was 1 fluid ounce. And it says here to massage thoroughly into dry skin to break down makeup, SPF, dirt, and grime. Use a wet, warm washcloth to remove cleanser and every trace of makeup, or simply rinse clean to have a hydrating, glowing skin. So I thought that this was a cleanser, but to me, this had the worst film on my skin after. And I'm assuming that's why it says like hydrated, glowy skin, but that is like this Vaseline feeling film, and I really did not like it. So I ended up using this after the first few times, not as like a sole cleanser, but kind of as a pre-cleanse, as a makeup remover. And then I went in with like this Mylee because I just could not stand the film on my face after this. I would rather just actually smear Aquaphor on my face than have this all over it. So that's out of here. Then I have my Lano Lips. This is the Glazed Donut. This is a little mini, and I did not chew this cap, in case you're wondering. My dogs did, but I did finish it nonetheless. I talked about this little set. I bought a trio of these when, again, I was in Arizona at Ulta. I don't think I can get Lano Lips here in France because it has lanolin, like I've tried before. I actually really, really like this lip balm. I think it's great. I like the minis. I opened up my other one here. So here's the other one that I'm working on. This is Raspberry Shortcake, and I use it all the time. I love it. I love it so much. It keeps my lips hydrated. It doesn't feel like my lips need to have it. It doesn't make you feel like you need to continue to reapply. It lasts on your lips a long time. Your lips feel hydrated. And that's what I want out of a simple kind of little lip treatment. So this is one that I plan on continuing to stick with if I can just find a way to purchase it here. If not, it's not a big deal. I'll purchase another chapstick somewhere else and pick those up when I can. Then I have these little packets here. I did keep these because I finally started to get myself back in check, use the skincare that I have hordes and hordes of. I have so many of these because I would always pick them up during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty when they were half off. These are the Skin Iceland Dissolving Microneedle Eye Patches. So they look like normal eye patches, but they kind of have like a microneedling effect. You go to sleep with them overnight, and it really does help, I think, like smooth out your under eyes. I think these work wonders, which is why I have so many of them, but I need to actually use them. So I have been. I use them 2 weeks in a row. It's probably about time that I use another one, but I'm proud of myself. I wanted to give myself a pat on the back for using these up. They're really, really great. I highly recommend them. I like them a lot. And then my last kind of little skincare thing that I wanted to talk about is these. This is the About Face. This was like a pack of face razors. There were 3 in here. And I kept the little pack because I used the last one the other day. I do not shave my face often. I maybe do it twice a year, really, when I feel like it's been a long, long time. I remember I purchased these in 2022. Why I remember that, don't ask me, but I know that I did. So that's how long I needed 3 razors for. So yeah, finish this up. Gonna talk about it. I still have some razors in backup still, which I don't need, but they're there. And then once I finish those up, that will be a non-problem category as well. And now I just have hair care, which again, super exciting. I am getting through all of my travel shampoo and conditioners. I am almost done, almost done. I have like maybe 5 left. I am so excited. And then I have a full size and I will be done with any backup shampoo and conditioner. Hair products, like hair treatments, like hairspray, texturizing spray, all that stuff, that's a different story. But one thing at a time. Let's talk about all the hair stuff that I finished. First thing is this. This was a hair mask, 4-in-1 Ultra Repair from Bliss. I also purchased this in Spain. There's everything that I purchased in Spain is now empty from last year. I just felt like I needed like some hydration to my hair. So I went and got one from their kind of local grocery store. It was a cheap one. It wasn't going to do anything crazy, but it did help my hair at least feel like it was a little bit more hydrated. Finish this up, completely gone now, and I liked it a lot. It actually wasn't that bad. So I would, if I needed to, in a pinch, repurchase this again. It was fine. Some shampoo conditioners. I have this Joico. This is the Color Therapy shampoo and conditioner pack. I really did not like this. I think most of my samples now are color care. I don't dye my hair. I haven't dyed my hair since I was 16. So it's not geared towards me. And I just find it dries my hair out. I've really felt like my hair has been really dry lately. I don't know why. The hair is going. Like the hair needs to go. I think I'm just at the point now in like my grieving journey. If you know, you know, of like, I need to cut the hair, get tattoos. Like I need to do something to change my life. I actually did cut my hair in January when I was in Arizona. I cut like 4 inches off to like get rid of the dead stuff. But I think we're going to go like this short. We're going to go shoulder length here because I just need a big change. Anyways, I finished these up. I hated them. So they're gone. This is the Biolage, again, Color Last shampoo and conditioner. I just think the color lines dry my hair out. I just noticed a lot more breakage, a lot more like frizziness at the top. I already get like a lot of frizz, like short hairs just sticking out. And I found it to be really unmanageable. Maybe it was actually because I had finished this and I wasn't like alternating between this, but I just did not like it. Then I had, this is the Pureology Pure Volume Shampoo. I must have finished the conditioner before and then just had the shampoo laying around because I go through conditioner faster than shampoo. So I finished the shampoo finally. And then this is my last thing, the NutriCurls, and it's a leave-in conditioner. It was fine. It was okay. I used it, I think, in Spain as well as like, I do use a leave-in conditioner usually after I get out of the shower, after I wash my hair. So I use that up. It was fine. Would I repurchase it? Not really. Like I probably, leave-in conditioner, I haven't really found my holy grail or anything that like blows my socks off. But those are all my empties. I'm really proud of my empties this month. Like I said, last month, my empties were just like, I think maybe four things. So I'm anticipating March to kind of be on the lower end. I feel like it goes up and down. I'll get good months, bad months. It's okay. I use the products as organically as possible. I'm not going to rush through them just to talk about them in this video. They finish up when they finish up. And all I can do is make progress and continue to not buy products from my problem categories. And hopefully one day they'll be a little bit more manageable. But now that brings us to the things that I actually purchased in February that actually came to me in February. So let's go over those. So I have 2 things to talk about that I purchased. There are some things still coming to me. You'll see them in March. I don't know what to tell you. Subscribe so you can see them. But the first thing that I purchased was this is the Beauty Bay Daydreamer Palette. So this is what this palette looks like. And I actually did already do No Pan Left Behind on this palette. So I've already fully tested it. I did a dedicated video to this palette. I will link it up above. And you should have seen this in my No Pan Left Behind as well. So I will link my No Pan Left Behind playlist up above. But I really, really like this palette. I'm so glad I purchased it. It is just fun. It's dreamy. I know that it lacks depth. That's kind of been like the biggest call out from a lot of people, including myself. I wish there was at least one deep, dark, neutral matte. The deepest shade in here is this purple and this shimmer. Even this shade is very like mid-tone at best. So I wish there was a neutral deepening up shade to kind of give you a little bit more variety. But after that, like these are my tones. I love it. I loved all the looks that I came up with. If you want to see the looks that I did some shorts on them. I'll also go over my looks in my No Pan Left Behind video, and I think I also posted them in my dedicated video to this palette. So there's a lot of looks floating around that I did with this palette here, and I'm very happy that I purchased it, but I did get it. I ordered it in February, I got it in February, so this has been really fun to play with. And then this palette, I'm realizing just now that I'm wrong. I actually purchased this earlier and I got it in February. This should have been at the beginning of my video. I am so sorry, but rewind back. This is the Nomad Apres Ski palette. I had to get it based on France. Here's what it looks like. And yeah, I actually purchased this on launch day and it took forever and a day to get to me. I had never received like a shipping notification update, so I finally emailed them after a month and said like, hey, like, am I gonna get this palette? Like, I ordered it on launch day. They said that their EU distributor, I guess, was having like weather problems, but good news, my package was on its way today, which is really weird timing in my opinion, but it's fine, it's whatever. So they actually upgraded my shipping to like express shipping, and then I got the palette and it was broken. So I had to email customer service again and be like, I'm really sorry, but my palette's broken. And it wasn't just the shimmers. I'm looking at the palette on the side there because I still have it. The really dark matte green was broken, this one, and it actually had like spilled out of the cardboard packaging and it was in the bubble wrap. It was everywhere. I like opened it up. My hands were green and everything. So I was like, I'm really sorry. Thank you for sending it express shipping, but it's broken. Can you send me a new one? So they did. I finally got it and here it is. But I did actually order this in launch, which was the beginning of it was like mid-January, I think. It doesn't matter. I have it now. And now Nomad announced that they have a new palette coming out. So that kind of sucks. I wish I had gotten it sooner to like maybe do like more time sensitive material on this. It's okay. I did also do No Pan Left Behind on this palette. So I fully tested out this palette and I will have to say it's not my favorite Nomad palette. I thought I was going to like it so much more, but I have some reasonings, I think. I think it's because I was trying to do this palette No Pan Left Behind and I just overexerted myself on the looks maybe. I think I'm just a much more simple person than my fantasy self wants to think. And each look I did, I used 6 shades. So it took me 3 looks to No Pan Left Behind this palette. So I just don't think that's me. I'm like maybe a 4 shadow look person max, and I think that's what affected me loving this palette as much. So I'm going to play with it some more, really see if I like it. Loved this here. I also like the greens. It is really nice, but I have thoughts. I'm not going to talk about it too much here. You can go see my No Pan Left Behind series video if you want to see my thoughts more on that palette. Anyways, that is all of my purchases and empties for the month of February. Let me know down below if you're kind of on a low buy, no buy journey. I am not giving myself technically that title this year. I did that more in 2024. So I'm not advertising that I'm doing a low buy, but I am still trying to be a little bit more conscientious of what I'm bringing into my collection, not just purchasing everything that I see right when I see it. There's some things that I still purchase on launch, but I really do try not to do that anymore and give myself a little bit more time to think about the launches, and it's actually stopped me from purchasing a few things. So that's my thoughts. Those are my empties, my purchases. Like I said, let me know down below if you're doing a low buy as well. I'd love to hear it, but this is where I'm going to leave you all. I hope you're having a great one, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.